Damn, these LED downlights are bright. Right, today in the post. Blanking plates. O2 bung, oxygen sensor, all that removal kit, and the SAS removal kit. In case you were wondering what the bolts look like for what was it, 79 cents US, this is what it looks like. Shave them off with an angle grinder. The M12 times 1.25 and about 10 millimeters of thread. But they're not as elegant as these. So, first thing we're going to do, we're going to take off the tank. But even before that, I'm going to take some black heat-resistant paint. Just paint these over so they match the exhaust. Don't stick out. And yeah, then tank off, SAS removal and all that. And we'll see how it goes. Right, so this is what's behind these plates. A little bit worrying. I just used a bit of carb cleaner to clean around the edges, make sure the metal's 100%. And that's what's in that filter. That's soot and dirt. So removal of the SAS system is also going to prevent a little bit of dirt entering your engine. Now, the kit states you have to leave that filter in and then put a blank over it. Before I forget, I did not go with Rottweiler. I went with a company called Zen Overland out of the UK. Went for natural anodized finish, no advertising, anything. The edges are quite sharp, so I assume they just laser and then anodize it, as it were. So, all I'm gonna do, wipe this down with a bit of carb, and then replace the originals with stainless steel. Let's see. And there we go. You hand tighten these and then give it a quarter turn. That's more than sufficient to keep this in place. As you can see, the plates don't exactly line up 100%. It's okay. Toughest job so far is getting this thing off. But once you treat it like it owes you money, it gets a lot easier. And that's the second one on the other side. Not as bad in dust as the other one, but similar. Unfortunately, a lot of soot, a lot of residue in this, so give him a quick clean. Before I forget, Loctite. I use Loctite 243 here. Should suffice, shouldn't go anywhere. And now, this is done. That means we can also lift the box out. I had to borrow my daughter's bath sponges. They work brilliantly. Expand, and you can just... So, easy. Oh, before I forget, you don't have to buy these blanking kits if you want to go cheap. All you do, you cut this thing off here, put a bung in it, or some sort of stopper, and that's that. You can keep the original plate. Personally, I want to get rid of all this piping, make it as clean as possible, etc., etc. But you can do it yourself. You can get the O2 bolts. You don't have to go all out. I went for the kit because clean, easier to do. Okay, next. Secret BMW KTM is secret. No, really, it does look like the kidney grill off a BMW. And this is the SAS. There we go. Pain in the ass, actually. Yeah, collapse. Fucking heavy, too. Okay. There's the plug that needs to be blanked off. Wow. Now I know why you have to pay so much to get the spark plugs changed. I mean, wow. There are the two. And the other ones are here. I mean, wow. What a pain in the ass. Huh. Okay. Alright. We reuse that clamp. Here's the bung that's going to close the pipe. The pipe came with the kit. And you can also remove the bracket that held the SAS. don't worry, these holes are now part of the drainage system of your air filter. Bit of O-ring grease from my paintballing days. I think this is Dow 10 or 15. Just apply it over these. Okay, there's only one more pipe that goes from the airbox, from this little thing, and that is this pipe here. Goes all the way down, and it's this closed one over here. Here's the plug for the SAS system, already blanked off. These plugs are waterproof. If you want to add an extra layer of protection, take maybe some heat shrink tubing over that and do it. Just be advised there are petrol fumes here from the cylinders. And while we got the tank off, this is the plug for the front O2 sensor. There's the one in the pipe. My pipe looks like this because it's ceramic coated against the heat. We're going to take this thing off, use a 17 spanner. And then use one of these. I coated them with high heat paint already with a copper washer, crush washer. Okay, let's go. Oh, and of course, a resistor. Now, I'm not very technical. If you can find someone who's done this before, ask him what sort of resistors are up here. Maybe post that online, because let's face it, not everybody wants to spend the $18 for the kit. You can make this thing yourself by Radio Shack or some electronic store. Okay, that's the front. You can see there, it's the rear. The one plug is here, that fits snugly back, and the other one is here, out of the way. Cable tie that one out of the way, please. And what's left to do now? Clean up a bit. That's one thing. The pipe is also blowback from the engine. If you don't like this, or if you're getting rid of the airbox for the Rottweiler, you need a breather filter right here on this pipe. Me, I'm going to stay with the OEM, because I think in our climate we need as much dust protection as possible. So, let's see if everything fits together. Right, box is back in. There is a little bit of flex. So my recommendation, do the front stack first, then the back. Take your time and Loctite every nut. What else? Don't forget to connect this pipe underneath here. It's very easy. You go from this side, push upwards, you're good. And there we go. What else? The pipe down here, I shortened even further because at its current length it would dig and rattle into the coil of the spark plug, so that was no good. So just shortened it, and now it looks like that. Another thing, if you are an 1190 owner, here, be careful. This is a cooling pipe. The tank actually rubs into here. I put Gorilla Tape over it, but it went straight through. So design fault here. Put something stronger through it, maybe 2 layers of duct tape instead of 1. This plug fit very easily. The other one was a bit more difficult. What I did, this plug, take it out, put a little bit of O-ring grease just on the edge and then gently push her in. She'll snap in. If not, use pincers and just gently push them in. I'm probably going to put heat shrink tubing over this one and over the other one just in case, because it can happen that the wind driving rain could push past that. Just in case, you know, being pedantic. Installation time. Most time will be spent taking everything apart. The fairings, the tank, etc. And of course opening the box. Once you've done that, taken the stacks apart, it's very easy all of a sudden. You loosen everything, pop it off. I would say if you take it, let's say, a beer at a time, 20 minutes with all the tools around, 20 minutes. 20 minutes. You can have this thing done and dusted. And then give yourself an hour to put everything back. Yeah. Well, she's not going to ride anytime soon. I'm still waiting for the Rumbucks. When that arrives, I'll put everything together and then take her out on the road. I'll let you guys know how it fares. Till then.